Yes. See this problem. This is the circuit shown. In this circuit shown, they have given the VI to be 5 volts and 50 volts. If it is 5 volts, what is going to be the output? If it is 50 volts, what is going to be the output? Okay. And they have given the VZ is 8 volts. Understand that, everybody? So this is very simple problem. Okay. We need not have to calculate anything much here. Observe what is being done here. So in the solution, what needs to be understand is, consider first, to understand this problem, consider the VI characteristics. Before calculations, let's understand. Okay. So what is it telling? See here, everybody, let's draw that VI characteristics. Since the VI characteristics, this the operating point is in uh, reverse bias condition. So let's take this domain. Okay. So this is your VI. Fine. And till the voltage Vz is reached. Everybody understand this? Till the voltage Vz is reached. What is Vz given? Vz is 8 volts. Fine. Till that is reached, what is your Iz? This is your Iz. What is Iz till the Vi reaches Vz? Anybody comment on that? What is Iz when Vi has not reached 8 volts?
0.
It is 0. It's very clearly indicated here. It's a very small current. It's a very small current, but it is negligibly small. Okay, that's why we have not considered that. So when this Vi is less than 8 volts, the Iz is 0. Understand that? So that means the current that is flowing through this is actually 0. So when you say the current flowing through this is 0, okay, how do you think this would act as? It would act as a short circuit or open circuit is the question when the current is not flowing. Anybody? When the current is not flowing, it is open circuit. Okay with that? So let's write that. You should understand. They have asked us the output when Vi is 5 volts. When Vi is 5 volts, it is somewhere here. Understand? So when Vi is 5 volts, the current actually is 0. Which current is 0? Is is 0 actually. Understand that? So let's write down this particular circuit diagram at Vi equal to 5 volts. Fine. So how Vi how the circuit would look like at Vi equal to 5 volts. So let's take this. When Vi is equal to 5 volts, what's happening when Vi is equal to 5 volts? Okay. So let's write that when Vi is less than Vz, what happens? The diode is not in breakdown region. The diode is not in breakdown region, and hence current through the diode is 0. See here, it is very clearly shown. Okay, so you should write therefore the circuit at Vi equal to 5 volts looks like it looks like what? Let's write that, everybody. Now VI is 5 volts. Everybody just understand this. Now this VI is 5 volts. Okay. And this 80 kilo ohm is there. See what happens to this diode. This diode is open circuited now. Why it is open circuited? Because no current is flowing through it. It just looks like this. Though the diode is there, it acts like an open circuit because it is not allowing any current to flow. Understand that? But the load is connected. Okay. And that load is what? 22.5 kilo ohm. Okay. So we are asked to find out this V naught. Okay. This is 82 kilo ohm. This particular resistor is. Now, can you find out V naught? To find out V naught, what do I need to know? V naught is the voltage across 2.5 K. So I should know I and R because V is equal to IR. So I know resistor. I know the resistor. Okay. I need to know the current. Now suppose the current will start flowing here. Some current will start flowing here. Now tell me, after it comes at this point, will that flow in this particular path?
No,
Anybody?
sir.
No,
No,
sir.
because it is open circuit. So whole of this current has to move in this direction. Okay. So it will move here. The same current will move here. No current would move in this particular path. So the same current which is starting at this point will come back. Fine. So let's call that current as I. Fine. Now, can you give me I by applying KVL? Everybody apply KVL. So KVL implies, since see, I'm moving in clockwise direction, the current is also moving in clockwise direction. Okay. See here also there is current I. Here also there is current I, mind you. Fine. So since I'm moving in clockwise direction and since I'm coming across this minus sign first of 5 volts, I would attach minus sign to this 5 volts. Plus 82 kilo, sorry, 82K into I is the voltage. Why it is plus? Because I'm moving in clockwise direction. The current is also moving in clockwise direction. So I'll consider it as 82K into I, the voltage across this. Similarly, come here. What is the voltage here? It is plus 2.5K into I equal to 0. So algebraic sum of these three voltages in this closed path should give you 0 according to KVL. Okay, so therefore I would look like what? What would be your I? See what would be your I? Your I is plus 5 divided by 84 point K. This is what is your I. Isn't it? Everybody understand this? Now, since I is this, what is going to be your V naught? Therefore, V naught is equal to 2.5K into I. So what would that look like? It's 2.5K, okay, into I is 5 divided by 84 point K. This K and K goes off, okay. So what would be left? So what is going to be there is V naught equal to 0.15 volts. So this is the output voltage when Vi is 5 volts, which is less than the Zener voltage 8 volts. Understand that? See, the Zener voltage is given to be 8 volts. When you have Vi equal to 5 volts, okay, the circuit would look like this. Okay, and for this circuit, the V naught is this. Is that okay with you? Now when Vi is 15 volts, where is it? 15? Yeah, no, 50. When Vi is 50 volts, okay, see here, that Vi is sufficiently larger than Vz. Okay, but since Vi is 50 volt, that does not mean that the Vz would change. Vz would still be 8 volts only. Okay, so can you now write this particular circuit diagram at Vi equal to 50 volts? Everybody go on. Second part of the solution. When Vi is 50 volts, the Zener diode is in what? Which condition the Zener diode is in? When Vi is 50 volts. See here, when Vi is 50 volts, okay. What is the Zener diode condition? It is in breakdown condition. Fine. So we should say when Vi is greater than. Okay. See that is Vi is greater than Vz condition. The diode is in breakdown condition. And this is what is the operating region of the Zener diode. Understand? So therefore, the circuit looks like what? Therefore, the circuit becomes what? Everybody just copy down the circuit now. So this is the applied voltage, which is supposed to be 50 volts. Okay, this is 82K. Fine. And we have the diode. Now the diode is not open circuit. It is short circuit actually. You can show a short there. Okay. The 8 volts is there across the Zener diode. This is your Vz. Understand? This Vz would not change. This is Vz, mind you. Vz plus minus is 8 volts. Fine. Then you have the load connected here. The load is 2.5K. Everybody. This is 2.5 kilo ohm. This is 82 kilo ohm. Now you have to find out V naught. Do we need to do anything to find out V naught here, or what is that we need to be doing? Can anybody comment on this? Can anybody comment on this? Yes? How to find out V naught? Or just by observation, is it possible to say what V naught is? Nobody? Observe the circuit carefully and tell me what is this V naught supposed to be? For finding out V naught, do we need to apply KVL as we did here, or it is sufficient to just observe the circuit and tell what V naught is?
Sir,
Yeah, go on.
Vz and V naught are parallel to each other.
Exactly. That's a good answer. See here. Good. See here. Here you have 2.5 kilo ohm. That's the load connected, and load is in parallel with the Zener diode. And across the Zener diode, Vz is falling. Okay. And since the Zener diode is in parallel with this resistor, the voltage that is there across the Zener diode is actually equal to voltage that is there across this load resistor 2.5K. So we do not have to do anything here, since this is known, since Vz is known, the output is supposed to be Vz only. Okay, so write that. Since the Zener diode and load resistor 2.5 kilo ohm are in parallel, V naught is equal to Vz, and that is equal to 8 volts. Okay. So what is the conclusion here? When the input voltage is greater than the Zener voltage, when the input voltage is greater than the Zener voltage, the output voltage is equal to the Zener voltage. Okay, when Vi is greater than Zener voltage, the output voltage is equal to Zener voltage, because the Zener voltage will not change. That would be constant. However large is your Vi, the Vz across the diode is constant. So for Vi greater than Vz, okay, V naught is Vz is what is the conclusion. Is that okay with you, everybody? Now, let's move on to another problem. Problem number 3, everybody. Problem number 3. In the circuit shown, determine the range of RL that will give constant output voltage, of 10 volts. So they are just saying constant output voltage of 10 volts, and we have to be finding out the range of RL, mind you, range of RL which would give you 10 volts. So what they are saying is, see here, we first let's write the circuit that they have given in the equation. Everybody just copy it down. The circuit given is this. Copy it down fast, everybody. So the circuit is same everywhere. Okay, you have to just see what is Vi. With that Vi and the given Vz, would your diode be in breakdown or not? So that is what we need to be thinking. This is 50 volts. 1 kilo ohm is Rs. Okay. Vz is 10 volts, and they've given Iz max. Iz max equal to 32 milliamps. So you have to take this in the problem statement. Fine. So what they're asking us is RL. Now RL is variable RL. That means what, we keep varying this. So what is the minimum value of RL that will give you 10 volts across this? Okay. And what is the maximum value of RL that would give you 10 volts across this? Is what we are actually trying to see. Fine. Now just see this. This is Vi. Everybody understand this is Vi equal to. This is Rs equal to. Fine. And this is your Vz. This is your Vz. Fine. What is the current here? This is Is. What is the current here? It is Iz. And this current is IL, the load current. This is what is given. Now, to mesh 1, if you apply KVL in the solution, let's say, this is mesh 1, okay? KVL to mesh 1, everybody. KVL to mesh 1. This is very regular thing that we are doing. That means the KVL to mesh 1 would always look like this. That is minus VI plus IS RS plus VZ equal to 0. This is something that we have been seeing. Okay, so this implies that the input current IS is given by VI minus VZ divided by RS. Okay, so let's find out IS now. What is VI? VI is 50 volts. What is VZ? VZ is 10 volts. Fine. And the resistor, the input resistor or RS is 1 kilo ohm. So that is giving you what? IS equal to, therefore, IS is equal to 40 milliamp. Just have this with you. Fine. Now what they have asked is find out the range of RL which would give you 10 volts constant voltage across what? Across the diode. Fine. Another thing that we can understand here is also IS is equal to IZ plus IL. Fine. Now everybody see this. Everybody just understand this. Let us call this as equation number 1. Equation number 1. And since RL is asked, everybody just see this. Let's see the VI characteristics. Let's see the VI characteristics. Okay. Now this is VI. Fine. Till this VI becomes equal to VZ, your IZ is 0. Okay. Once it reaches VZ, it comes in breakdown region. Fine. Now what they're asking is, so if it is there, we will have some current which is called as IZ minimum. Okay, and we'll have some current which is called as IZ max. Okay, and you should see that your Zener diode should always work in this particular range, so that your IZ would be within IZ minimum and IZ max. It should be within this range. Okay, so since we have to find out the range of RL, over which the Zener diode voltage is 10 volts, what we have to do is this. Since RL minimum and RL maximum have to be found out for VZ equal to 10 volts. Let's assume IZ minimum is what? 0 amps. So this is the assumption we are going with. IZ minimum means, see here it is, we can say it has got some very small value, or we can say it is 0 also. Okay, so let's assume that IZ minimum is 0 to begin with. Understand that? Since IZ minimum is 0, okay, what would your equation 1 becomes? So therefore equation 1 implies IS is equal to IZ minimum. Let's say IZ minimum plus IL is there, right? So let's say IZ minimum is 0 now. Okay, so it is IS equal to 0 plus IL. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, so this implies that our IL is IS. and that is 40 milliamps. So when we know IL, okay, can you give me RL? When you know IL, can you give me RL? For IL equal to some current, can you give me RL? For knowing that, what you need to know? V is equal to IR, okay, and R is V by I. So those who have not given attendance can give it now. Now, see here, R is equal to V by I. So that means now to find out R, I need to know V, okay, and I need to know I. So given I, what is the voltage across RL? Anybody? What is
10
voltage
volt.
across RL? It is 10 volts. Okay, the voltage across the Zener diode itself is the voltage across the RL. Okay, so that's why we can say, see here, that's why we can say IL also, IL is equal to, yeah, how can I give that? I is equal to V by R. So it's V naught divided by RL, right? What is V naught? V naught is actually VZ, okay? And RL is this, fine. So therefore, RL minimum is given by what? VZ divided by IL. So that is found out here. VZ is what? What is VZ? VZ is 8 volts. Sorry, VZ is 10 volts, right?
10 volt.
It is 10 volts. And the IL that we have found out here is, see here, it is 40 milli. 40 milli when IZ minimum is 0. So what would this be? So this would be 0.25 what? Milliamps. Sorry, what is that? It's no, let's say it's 0.25 K. Okay. So therefore RL minimum is 0.25 kilo ohm. Everybody just take down this. This milli goes to the numerator. This is what I mean. This is 10. This is 4 into 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3 goes to the top, goes to the numerator, it becomes K. Okay. That is why your RL minimum would look like this. Okay. And they have given IZ max. See here in the problem itself, they have given IZ max to be 32 milli. Okay. So when they have given this as 32 milli, we can easily find out RL max. Understand that? So also given is IZ max equal to 32 milliamps. Okay. So therefore equation 1 implies what? IL equal to, sorry, IL, or let's write that IS equal to IZ max minus, sorry, plus IL. Fine. So therefore IL is equal to IS minus IZ max. Fine. IS we have obtained to be 40 milli.
40 milliamps.
IZ is given to be 32 milli. Therefore, IL is here 8 milliamps. 8 milliamps. amps. Okay, so therefore our RL max, therefore RL max is equal to what? VZ by IL. Okay, and that's given to be 10 by 8 milli, that is 1.25 kilo ohm. Okay, so that is this. This is your RL. What conclusion we have to make here is this. Therefore, range of RL for VZ equal to 8 volts. For VZ equal to 8 volts and VI for VZ equal to 8 volts, that is for VZ equal to 8 volts when VI is 50 volts is this. RL should be greater than RL minimum. That is what? That is 2.5K, right? Sorry, 0.25K. 0.25 kilo ohm, and it should be less than RL max, that is 1.25 kilo ohm. So if this is what is RL minimum and RL maximum, any RL within this range would give you VZ equal to 8 volts when VI is 50 volts for the given circuit.